Good morning everyone, today we're going to be going over what is new in this update because there's quite a few things that we need to cover, including the Microsoft Store compensation. But before we jump into all that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over are, of course, the freebies. So when we go to our systems over here, get campaign items, receive item account, we actually have 3 items that we can pick up. The first one is compensation for the double eyelids. That was a bug, the eyelids weren't working properly. We get 100 star gems as well as 5 salon free passes, which is pretty awesome. Now, on top of that, we also get the Niji Sanji collaboration, so we get all 4 of the stickers over here. These are all of their signatures, so you can definitely pick that up as well. And the last one is compensation for the Microsoft Store update delay. So remember 2 weeks ago when you played either on Xbox or through the Microsoft Store, you couldn't play the game because the Microsoft Store wasn't actually giving you the right version, so you couldn't launch the game. Well, they have compensated it, but it's only for players who play on the Xbox or the Microsoft Store version. So if you do want to receive these items over here, you are going to need to launch the game or connect your account first to the Microsoft Store or the Xbox version, and then launch the game through that, and then you'll be able to redeem these rewards. As you can see right now, I'm currently on the Steam version and I'm not able to redeem these rewards because I'm not logged into these 2 versions. Now, for those who are wondering what the compensation actually is, you do get 200 star gems as well as an end rare drop rate plus 100%. This is a 1-hour version though. And then we also get the premium set 1 day times 2. However, this only applies to players who had premium before the servers go down. So if you are a free-to-play player, you do not get the premium set. However, you will get the 200 star gems as well as the end rare drop rate boost. Now, with all of that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is going to be the reward box. Yes, we have a brand new reward box, February 2024, even though it's like the end of February already. But nevertheless, we have until April 10th to get all of these items over here. So you have plenty of time in order to get all of your reward box medals. In order to get the reward box medals, you actually need to do the limited time quest. So when we go over here and we go to dailies and we go to completed right here, you can see clear limited time quest 1 time and you actually get 1 of these reward box medals. So you do want to do your dailies every single day and you do want to do the limited time quest. Thank goodness the limited time quest is not that difficult. It takes around 5 minutes with random people and it's relatively straightforward. You just protect Truck-kun and there's a bunch of enemies that come out and you kill all the enemies. Very, very simple. Now, something to keep in mind about the limited time quest is on wave 4 out of 5, there is going to be this boss mob that is going to spawn. He has an attack where he charges up an orb. You want to break the orb whenever he charges this up. It takes like forever for him to actually shoot the orb, but if you do not break that orb, first of all, he won't go into a down state, and second of all, it's going to deal a lot of damage to Truck-kun over here. So make sure that when he is charging this orb, that everyone focuses on the orb first and then continue to break his legs. If you're playing a ranger and you notice that nobody is attacking the orb, you can simply change your blight round and blight the orb and people will notice it, so keep that in mind. Now, another point of failure is also at wave 4 out of 5. There is a moment when the boss is almost dead where the boss actually ejects out of its main body and it starts charging this gigantic orb to hit the truck. When you notice this, you'll see that this boss goes down, but it does not reveal a weak spot on its top. That means that the boss is actually over here and is charging a gigantic blast to blow up Truck-kun. Please make sure that when you notice that the boss is in this down state and you don't see a weak spot, to check behind you because the boss is going to be over here charging up this gigantic laser. If you do not down the boss and you let him shoot this gigantic laser, it deals a metric butt ton of damage to Truck-kun, so make sure to just take him out before that happens. And last but not least, on wave 5 out of 5 against the elite Pettis Vera, when it starts floating up into the air, so it's about 50% HP, you'll notice that it glows a weak spot. So this is currently on its left knee. However, it can glow in 3 different spots. It can be its left knee, its right knee, or its chest area. What you need to do is you just need to identify where the bright shiny light is and make sure that you blight round it, or that you just keep a mental note on where the weak spot is so that you can down it incredibly quickly and much faster, and that way you can kill this boss incredibly quickly. Now, if you're like me and you're playing a melee character and you can't reach all the way up there because you don't have wired lances, there are floaty pads at the side, which you can actually go towards. As you can see right here, I'm actually going to go towards this floaty pad and I'm going to float myself up. And you can see you'll be able to float up over here and you'll be able to glide across and start DPSing his chest or his knee or whatever the weak spot actually is. And finally, of course, we do need to talk about the loot, and the loot is going to be the Icicle Orbs 2 as well as the Icicle Cubes 2. So if you don't want to farm the ancient enemies, you can just farm the limited time quest over and over and over, and you will get all of the different items that the ancient enemy drops, as well as what dread enemies drop or the veteran enemies. So that is pretty nice. However, that is not the only thing that this limited time quest drops. It has a chance of dropping all the different rare weapons, as well as all of the different Elena armors. That includes the Arga, Belta, and Cheza. I actually got a couple of these Argas, and I was able to sell them on the market for 800,000 each. So that was pretty good money. So, you know, you might want to farm the LTQ a little bit if you do have some time. And of course, you can get all of the different LC capsules. So this is also really good, especially if you're first starting out and you don't have a lot of LC capsules. This is really nice to farm for a ton of these, because remember, the enemy levels are level 80 while you are 85. So you have the level advantage, so they deal less damage to you and you deal additional damage to them. So it's really easy to just farm this on autopilot over and over and over. Now, there is a caveat to this limited time quest, and that is if you fail for some reason, maybe on wave 4 you forgot, you didn't notice that the boss was charging up his lasers and all of that stuff. If you fail, you do not get any loot. I repeat, you do not get any loot. I think Sega did this to combat against the AFKers, so if you do see anyone AFKing, just insta report them and just get it out of your system, and you can also block them as well to just never see them ever again. But basically, you just want to make sure that if you do see any AFKers that you report them, and maybe if it gets really bad, you can just leave that room and re-queue again. But yeah, you get no loot if you fail. So you want to make sure that the 12 people in this room are actually active so that you get very easy clears. As long as the players are active and you're running around and you're killing stuff, it's very easy to pass. I played Pugs all day yesterday and I beat all of them in under like 5 minutes. It was very straightforward, very easy. But again, I do play on ship 2, so I don't know the situation on the other ships. But yeah, you really want to make sure that you actually complete the limited time quest, because if you fail, you get no loot. Now, regarding the reward box over here, there is currently a bug where when you use your tokens, you might get an error message saying that you can't actually use it. It applies to some people, but it doesn't apply to others. I'm actually going to take out my token and see if it works. And we're just going to see right here and use yes. So yeah, here we go. So it doesn't work for me as well. You get this message over here: an unexpected error has occurred, closing the reward box window. And it's just going to close it, and you can see over here it doesn't actually consume the token. So if we scroll down here, you can see I still have my reward box token. And this is a bug that Sega does know about, and I think a lot of people are having this bug as well. But at the very least, you are able to get your tokens by doing the limited time quest. So just make sure that you do your tokens every single day, or do the limited time quest every single day, so that you get all of your tokens. And hopefully Sega fixes this issue soon so that we can actually get all of our rewards over here. Keep in mind that this bug applies to like 50% of the players is what I've heard. I know some people don't have this issue. It might be a Steam issue, to be honest. I don't really know, but this is an ongoing issue and Sega is going to fix it eventually. Okay. And last but not least, I want to talk about the limited time tasks over here, where it is the Starless Suppression. As you can see over here, I have already completed Starless Suppression 1, where it's just defeat 100 Starless enemies. You get 25 Icicle Cubes 2, 100 Icicle Orbs 2, as well as 150 Icicle Cubes. This is actually really easy. Literally 1 PSC burst, maybe 2 PSC bursts, and I was able to get this. All you need to do is simply go to the Crimson Realm and farm over there, and you will find a lot of Starless enemies to kill. Keep in mind that the limited time quest does not have any Starless enemies, so farming the limited time quest does not help you progress the Starless Suppression. So the fastest way to actually fill out this bar over here is going to go to the Crimson Realm. So as usual, in order to see where the Crimson Realm is, you simply see where the purple text over here. So it's in Lost Central today. So simply go to Lost Central and farm over here. And on top of that, there is currently a campaign boost. As you can see right here, if we go to Lost Central rank 4, we get a rare drop rate plus 150%, which lasts for the next 2 weeks. So you can take full advantage of that. extra rare drop rate, and you're completing your limited time task over here, which gives you a ton of resources. It actually gives you just enough resources to make your first rare weapon in the exchange shop, so make sure that you actually complete all of them, pick up that rare weapon, and you're good to go.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.